Hey, Yinz guys and gals, gather around for a journey like no other. It's time to hop on board the Yinz Goin podcast. From the rivers that meet at the point to form downtown Pittsburgh, to the sheer face of Half Dome, to the furthest corners of the globe, Matt will be your compass, your confidant, your companion as we explore the wonders of travel. So sit back, relax on your couch, and let the wanderlust whoosh over Yinz as we discover new horizons and reminisce about old favorites. With Matt by our side, the sky's the limit. Join Matt on the Yinz Goin podcast because when it comes to travel, the journey's just getting started. And now, without further ado, let's give a shot for your guide through the highways and byways of travel. Your planning partner, the man with the map, Matt Schraeder. How Yinz doing? Welcome to the Where Yinz Going podcast. I'm Matt. I'm your host. Joining me again today is Amanda. This will be
Hello.
appearance 204, which is weird because this is only episode 97. I don't know how that
Right.
works. No, this is appearance, well, I think 20. Let me make sure
Ooh.
that my counting isn't off. Yes, appearance number 20.
Oh my.
Yeah. So this means that you're paid doubles.
Woohoo.
Oh, it's good to have you back.
Yay.
So today, I
We always have
guess
fun.
our episode just needs one little spark to get going.
Woohoo.
So as Amanda was just singing the song before we started to
Always.
record, we're going to talk about Journey into Imagination and then its various um, offshoots throughout
Yes.
the history of, well, its history, I guess. The history of history, maybe.
Yes. History of imagination.
Exactly. So the original opened on March 3rd, 1983. It closed on October 10th, 1998.
Yes.
So it was not an original day attraction at Epcot.
Oh.
So Epcot opened October 1st, 1982. So this came along a couple months later.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the famous song for it is One Little Spark, which was
Yes.
written by the Sherman Brothers.
Famous Sherman Brothers. Yes.
So the original attraction was an Omni Mover. So it was
Mm-hmm.
the ride vehicles that just move consistently and continuously and never ends. It's one big chain of cars.
Mm-hmm.
And when you went through this, you got to see a Dream Mobile, aka the Dream Catcher,
Yes.
which was basically a blimp with a vacuum cleaner.
Pretty much.
It reminds me of, oh, this was talk about old time ago, a long time ago, being old. Um, there was a game for the Commodore 64.
Oh God.
It was a math game that you had to go through, and they had all these monsters that had numbers on their chests, and you
Yes.
had to
You had to
use
collect them.
calculations. Yep, and then you had
Mm-hmm.
to collect them into this vacuum cleaner thing.
Yeah.
And there was a little dog you could jump on to get higher numbers. So the dog was never hurt. So
Right.
you know
I do remember
that
that very, very long time ago.
you had
Oof.
the whistle for the dog, and
Uh-huh.
then the guy would do the little dance whenever he got one of the monsters. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Reason why I'm a math
Going
teacher, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. It's going way far back in the memory there. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oof.
So the dream finder would go around collecting dreams and ideas, and then he would make new things with them from them.
Yep.
So
And one
he,
of those
he
things,
yep, he creates everyone's favorite little purple friend, the little dragon,
Figment.
Figment. Not everyone's favorite little purple dinosaur. That's a whole other thing.
No, that's a whole new TV
Yeah,
show.
we're
Um,
so in as the little poem, I guess, goes,
the song, yes.
yeah, the song two tiny wing. Well, do you want to sing this? Because you're
Two
better at it than
tiny
I.
wings, eyes big and yellow, horns of a steer, but a lovable fellow from head to tail. He's royal purple pigment, and there, voila, you've got a figment.
It's not Viola because that's a whole other thing.
No.
I think that was in Married with Children.
Oh God.
That the daughter she was doing so she's like Viola.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Dreamfinder and Figment, they imagine things until their idea bag is full,
Yes.
and then they have to go to the dream port to empty it.
Yeah.
So, and there was interesting technology. The dream catcher moves with the omnimovers. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like staying in front of you, which is a bit creative. And there were several identical scenes that rotated with these dividers to keep the guests from seeing the other scenes.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like a carousel of progress type thing. Although
Almost.
it
Yeah.
it moved with you, like this rotating thing with the dividers. And now the Dreamport, it was kind of like a storage room.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this machine that sorts the ideas. And some of the ideas was boxed applause. I know, well, we should use that for here, like live studio audience type thing.
Right.
There was a plasma ball and a bird cage of musical notes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would move on to the next one. There would be art was the next room you were in,
Yes.
and it was all white with the Dreamfinder painting with this fiber optic paintbrush.
Mm-hmm.
There was a carousel with these giant animals, and Figment has this pot full of rainbows.
Yes.
Then we move on to literature because again, this is original EPCOT Center, which is all about
Yes.
education. So we're learning
Education.
stuff. And the Dreamfinder plays this giant organ with words coming out of it. And so there's your learning to read, which we're in that phase right now with my 6 year old.
Oh, been there, done that.
She is reluctantly going along with it. It's she doesn't quite so she's very smart and things often come to her naturally and very quickly. Reading is not one of those. So it's
And they don't want to do it. I
too
have the
hard
same
and
problem with mine.
yeah, ADHD thing
It's
too is
too hard. I don't want to. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we went through so they have their quote unquote heart words, words you have to know by
Yes.
heart. So we've been going through some of those and we did a long list of them last night. She did really good. So I'm hoping
Good.
that this builds confidence and we'll
Yeah.
go along with it.
Oh, yeah.
So Figment is there. He's trying to keep a book closed as monsters are trying to get out of the
Yeah.
books.
It's like the horror. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of
That
the books
reminds
are,
me of, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. It was an old movie, The Page Master with Macaulay Culkin,
it's been yes, I remember that. It's been a while.
where they go through the different areas of the library. And there's the horror book that is afraid of monsters. It was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Although one of my daughter's favorite books is The Monster at the End of This Book with Grover.
Oh, I love that book.
That's going back even whenever I was a kid. I loved that book.
Yeah. Do you know they changed it?
They did.
Yeah, we have both versions.
Yeah, we have the pop-up interactive one
Hmm.
that my daughter kind of destroyed because she wanted to read
Because
it so
that
much.
happens. Yeah.
Hey, what happens when hey, you get to spin this thing? What if I pull it out? Like, doesn't spin anymore.
Yeah, but there's an updated version that Grover is no longer the monster at the end of the book.
Oh, there's the second one that there's Grover and Elmo.
Hmm.
That there's two of them. We have that one as well.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So yeah, but many of these books that are in the scene
Yes.
are they're suspense books or have monsters in them. So although my daughter kind of is she loves Wednesday, so she's kind of in
Oh
that
God.
genre. So
Yeah.
that was her Halloween costume, and she got
Right.
a little remote controlled thing for
Oh,
Christmas,
that's cute.
which she loved and played with all the time for 3 days, and I don't know
Right.
even know
That.
where it is now. So
Yeah.
anyway, next on to the next scene is the performing arts, where the Dreamfinder conducts a laser light show,
Yep.
like an orchestra
Orchestra
or
conductor
baton, yeah, conductor,
with the
and Figment,
baton.
yeah, Figment has on is trying on all these different costumes.
Hmm.
And then we finish off with science, where the Dreamfinder uses his machine to get a closer look at how nature works. And there's plants growing, there's crystals forming. You see some things from outer space. It's like time lapse, extreme close up for some of these.
Yeah.
And then you get to the conclusion where the Dreamfinder says that imagination is the key to unlocking the hidden wonders of the world.
Yes.
And again, great technology for 1983. Get the guests will get their picture taken,
Hmm.
and the Dreamfinder is the cameraman. And then you see Figment surrounded by movie screens that are showing him in different roles. Like he's a scientist, a mountain climber, a pirate, a superhero, a tap dancer, a ship captain, a cowboy, an athlete.
Yes. You
There's a
can
bunch of them.
use your imagination to be whatever you want to be.
Exactly. And then it ends up with the Image Works,
Yes.
which this opened. I don't know if it was exactly on opening day, but it
Yeah,
was
it
like five
opened
months
pretty
before the attraction.
close.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty close to there. And this was a creative interactive playground that
Hmm.
had these giant kaleidoscopes. They had pin screens, which are like a massive pin table that oh, they have these in preschools and you see them around different
Yeah, you
things.
could like press it down and it came out on the other side, right?
Yeah, you push it on one side and they come out, and so you get like the
The
three-dimensional shape
image.
popping out type thing.
Yeah.
I remember playing with those all the time.
Yeah.
They have the stepping tones, not stepping stones, but stepping tones. You can
Yep.
create music by stepping on these different colored panels.
Hmm.
Figment's coloring book, where you could paint images featuring Figment and the Green Dreamfinder using an electric paintbrush guns, quote unquote paintbrush
Yeah.
guns. There was the Rainbow Corridor, which is a large tunnel filled with colored lights that would follow the guest as you walk through it. And each guest would get like a different color depending on where you were in the order.
Yeah. That was fun.
There was the Electronic Philharmonic that guests can conduct an
The
orchestra
orchestra.
using sensors. And it was pretty neat that it used Pepper's Ghost, like hologram musical notes that would come out of the instruments as you were doing this.
Yes, that's right.
They had vibrating mirrors that the uh, image would change, like in a like funhouse mirrors that we were in. Where were we? This was Universal at the Simpsons ride. That in the one
Yes.
room they have the little weird mirrors, and my daughter has had a great time doing that. And of course, as talkative as she is, every person when she was with, like, hey, look, I look all fat and weird, or I look this and that, and it's like, here, you look in it too. I want to see you all fat. Like,
Right.
okay. So yeah, there was a voice activated Lumia. This is a 6 foot diameter sphere that responded with light effects to sound.
Yeah, that's right. I vaguely remember that.
However loud you're yelling it,
Hmm.
the light, lights up in
The
different
light
ways.
changes.
And then there were bubble projectors where guests
Yep.
could control bubbles that are projected onto a small pyramid, and the bubbles would change color whenever they overlapped.
Hmm.
There was the drama stage, which
Drama
was a
stage.
blue screen that
Yes.
let guests be in the movies. So there was a Western that was Daring Deputies and the Return of Sagebrush Sam. There was a fantasy one that was the Enchanted Travelers, the Wily Wizard, and the Cranky King. And then a science fiction one that was Acrobatic Astronauts in Galactic Getaway.
Huh.
Those are some mouthfuls. Um,
Right.
I'm all for like the alliteration and everything, but still, eh, I'm
Yeah.
surprised they didn't have She Sells Seashells by the Seashore.
Right.
Arranged in Spain is mainly in the plain.
Mm.
So I remember doing a bunch of these things, and some of them are still there in various
Yes, they're
forms.
just in a new form. Yep.
So we'll go through those. But yeah, I like the Rainbow Corridor of walking through that.
That was cool.
The stepping tones, the pin screens, the
Hmm.
kaleidoscopes. That Where were we? The Carnegie Science Center. So this is in Pittsburgh. Actually, it's now changed. It's like the Cayman Science Center. The
Yeah.
naming rights changed on it. But there's a big science center for kids, and they have kaleidoscopes. And we were there with my friend and his kids who were about my daughter's age, and they were looking through the kaleidoscope. Like, what's this thing? Like kaleidoscopes? You don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really much of a thing now.
No,
But
it's not. I remember having those, like my mother would find them and put them in our stockings for Christmas, or like they were just the coolest things.
Oh yeah, and the colors and the patterns and
And they changed when you move them. Yeah.
uh, definitely a thing that came out of the 60s, I think. We'll have to look when that came up, but yeah, I can
Yeah.
just imagine some trippy hippies using that like the colors, dude.
Right.
So, but yeah, in 1998, that was probably the saddest day ever for Amanda because it closed.
Yep.
Saddest day for many people. It was replaced by Journey into Your Imagination. So this opened October 1st, 1999. Did not last very long. It closed
Yeah.
October 8th, 2001.
Yeah. But this is similar to what it is now. So it kind of
Yeah, it's in the change in
stayed
this.
what this iteration is kind of what stuck, which
Yeah,
boo.
yeah. Although
Just
this
saying.
the second version was definitely the least of the three, I believe.
Yeah.
That the you go to the Imagination Institute, which is still there
Mhm.
today. It was and the theme was tied into the Honey I Shrunk the Audience show that was playing next door, which we'll get
Yes.
to that a little bit later on. And you have Dr. Nigel Channing, played by Eric Idle, who's your host.
Yep.
Although his other, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of him in this role, but Eric Idle in other things,
Hilarious.
definitely, yes. And so you see Philip Brainerd from Flubber, Dean
Yep.
Higgins from uh,
The
the
Dexter
Dexter
Riley
Riley
films.
films,
Yeah.
yeah. Robin Williams' version of the absent-minded professor.
Hmm.
It's not the Fred McMurray version. He was
Yep.
Ned Brainerd, so this is,
Yes. This is Philip Brainerd.
yeah, a different one. And Figment is mostly removed from this attraction. Makes a brief appearances. So that really upset people. I remember when that whole thing went down. But guests are scanned and told that they have no imagination,
Right. I remember that. You're like,
which,
what? Excuse me?
well, for some people, they were offended. Other ones, like, yeah, that's kind of right. So I found out, though, that my imagination is specific.
Yeah.
That um, there's a quote from Marty Sklar. So he was
Hmm.
Disney legend.
Yes.
I think we've talked about him on here before, that he went to UCLA, and whenever he graduated, like 6 months before Disneyland opened, he started working for Disney, and he was a journalist major, I believe, but he was
Hmm.
the writer for the Disneyland newspaper. He progressed through different roles, eventually became like the speech writer for Walt Disney, then became head of Imagineering. And so
Yep.
he was a lifelong Disney employee, amazing, amazing guy.
Yeah. He's just
He has
got,
several books. I corresponded with him briefly through email a couple times when I was getting him to autograph the books for me.
yeah.
Um, and so very, very nice guy. But one of the things he said is that there are two types of people. That those, if you give them a blank sheet of paper, they are terrified because they have to fill it up with ideas.
Yes.
The other ones who are thrilled because they get to fill it up with ideas.
Yes.
For me, it would depend on the instructions. If it's like, all right, I want you to invent something. Here, go at it.
Be like,
I'm
oh
not
no.
I'm not going to come up with too many great ideas. Like, playing Legos. I like building with the instructions.
You
Or
need,
but if
yeah.
you tell me I want you to do this, then I my creative stuff comes in of, all right, how can I
Mm,
get that thing done? That's like I studied engineering in college and then math.
yeah.
And
Like you
so
need some
that's
sort of a construct to
the
then
yeah,
be
my
within.
my creativity and skills come in problem solving. If you give me
Yeah.
the idea, then I'll find out ways to attack it, but I don't come up with the ideas myself. So I would have been a great companion to Walt Disney. That he had all these great ideas, and then I could be there
Yeah.
to, I just missed my calling. I was born,
Right. 50 years
80
too
year,
late.
80. Yeah, I
Oh,
guess
80.
that
Yeah.
depends. Yeah, 50 to 80 years too late. Once he got established, then I could have, jumped right in.
Right.
So, but anyway, you're going to go through the different institute's labs. There's sound, and like the sound
Mm.
builds, and you get silence, then crickets, then a city in the distance a little bit, then up
And
to
then
like
the
an approaching
train.
train.
Yeah.
That's a pretty stereotypical thing with those noises. Then illusion, where you see a fish that swims in and out of its tank. And then there's a butterfly that materializes into this empty cage, which we'll get to that, but I figured out how they do that little trick, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Then there's color that have screens that change color to match the sounds of the
No.
jungle in the city. So again, this is kind of like a throwback to the thing in the Imagineworks from before of the sound thing that radiates to how loud the sound was
Mm-hmm.
coming out.
Yeah.
Next was connections, which stars then like form into constellations. And then gravity with an upside down house.
Yep. I vaguely remember this version. It wasn't, even though it wasn't there that long.
Yeah, then you, and actually, I don't ever think I did this version. I was not there at that time. We went in 1998 in that summer, like June-ish, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was right after I graduated high school. And then I didn't go again for 10 years. So it wasn't until I had a job and was paid for my own trip.
Right.
So, but then at the end, guests are scanned again and they're full of ideas and the machine explodes.
Yep.
So, again, very unpopular. So, it didn't last too long. But then on June 2nd, 2002, it was replaced by Journey into Imagination with Figment.
Yes.
So, they add Figment back into the story. There's still
Yeah,
no
we
Dream
needed our
Finder.
favorite purple dragon.
Yep. Which he's then made his return as a live action character that you can get pictures
Yes.
with. Although having the 7 foot Figment, I still like the Dream Finder with the little
With
two
the
foot
little
Figment.
pocket-sized figment. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit less imposing.
Right.
And one little spark
Yes.
with a few new verses does make its return. So that made people happy.
Yeah.
So that says one thing about Disney is that they do listen to the fans and the
They
guests.
do. I mean, they took Figment out and that was like the uproar. Like they didn't care about the Dream Finder. He hasn't come back, which
Yeah.
I would like the Dream Finder to come back. I still think this needs a little bit of a tweak.
Hmm.
It's
There's still
not
room to
quite,
plus it.
there's very much room to plus it. Like I went on this, I mean, we'll go through this how it is. Like since it opened on in 2002, like they don't keep it up. I mean, I went on it, we went in September and then in October. And in one of the rooms, like where the walls come down and it gets light as you go through one of the labs, like you could see one of the walls was broken and they still haven't fixed it. So like, come on, Disney. Like the whole point is the illusion. And
Yeah.
like let's fix the problem. Let's make it so that it works. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But it needs and I think it really needs it's cute for what it is, but it needs an update. Like it really desperately needs a refresh at this point.
Yeah, I would
It
agree.
has been a while. And now, especially like you said, like they listen to the fans, like Figment is the unofficial mascot of Epcot at this point. Like you need to make his ride a little bit better,
Hmm.
you know?
And we know Disney listens to this podcast, so
I know. Hello. Hi. You can hear me. Bring our boy back to his former glory. Come on.
did I hear someone say free tickets as well? Like as the
Ooh.
first test riders?
Hey, hi. Although, to be fair, we need to bring Maureen with us because this is her favorite ride too.
Yes,
To
and
see Biggie.
one of the photos of that I've used in the past for Maureen on this podcast is
Is
her
her old
sitting.
picture of her meeting Dreamfinder, yes.
Oh no, there's also one of her sitting at the reception desk that's in the queue.
Yes. Oh my God. When she got to do that, I had no idea you could do that. You could actually write in the notebook at the reception desk. Like that
So
was one of the coolest things to see.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
give me some bread and peanut butter because I'm totally jelly.
Yeah.
So, but the newest version has Wayne Zelinsky from Honey I Shrunk the Kids movies, and he's added to the Inventor of the Year wall. and they
Yes.
took out Dean Higgins, which,
But his
you know,
door is still there, so he's still
yes,
mentioned.
yeah, the office is still there, and
Office is still there.
uh, update from something was, well, I think it was 1960s, 1970s
Yeah.
that those movies were made.
Uh-huh.
That you'll see the office of Dean Eugene Higgins from Medfield College,
Yes.
and from a couple movies that he was in was the Computer War Tennis Shoes that starred Kurt Russell as Dexter Riley. So we talked about the Dexter
Yes.
Riley movies, and Kurt Russell, he was in a lot of Disney movies.
He
Specifically,
really was. He was like a Disney kid,
yeah, did I
you
remember
know.
him specifically from the Strongest Man in the World,
Mm-hmm.
which another Dean Higgins thing,
Yeah.
and more recently from the movie Miracle, which I
Yeah.
believe is a Disney one about the 1980 um, U.S. hockey team
Yeah.
winning over Russia in the Olympics.
Mm. But he was in a lot of Disney
Oh
movies
yeah,
when he was a kid.
yeah. So
So,
we'll come back to that, the computer war tennis shoes later on. There's a little Easter egg hidden there.
yeah, there's Easter eggs. There's a lot of Easter eggs throughout the ride of like old science-y Disney movies.
Yeah. And then also Nigel and Professor Brainerd are also honored. So you see
Yes.
their big pictures there along with the Wayne Zelinsky one.
Yeah. And then as you're going through the queue, there's, all those cute little things.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff to look at. And since
Yeah.
this is an attraction that is mainly geared towards younger kids, it's very bright and colorful.
Hmm.
Um, and even the little signs that are above as you're walking through, they have the institute symbol and everything.
Yeah, the
And everyone,
Institute of Imagination Institute. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
and
very purples and orange, which are Figment's colors too. So Figment is also bright and colorful.
if you watch those little signs above you, that Figment makes little appearances that he'll bounce
Peeks
in
through.
and jump around. Yeah.
That was a little
Uh,
giggle.
I was just looking at my pictures from our last trip down there in early January, and I tried to get pictures. I had a
They get
couple.
too fast.
They did not turn out well.
No.
The one that actually turned out pretty decently, the coloring was really weird for
Yeah.
the, digital screen and everything. So I have some video of it though. So that's my saving grace.
Yeah.
So for this one, Figment will, it's no longer an Omni mover that the ride vehicles start and stop.
Yeah.
So it's a normal thing. But Figment joins a tour of the labs despite Nigel forbidding him to do so.
Troublemaker.
Yep.
My kind of guy.
I think Amanda has a type. Figment, Stitch.
Stitch.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So yeah, first one is sound, and then you'll hear sounds on either side of you. So it reminds me of
Yes.
those hearing tests you took
So
when
it's
you
the
were in
hearing
school.
test, and it turns into the sound of one little spark. Do 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 do. Yeah.
And then Figment interrupts with the telephone.
Hello. Yeah, I've
Yep.
only ridden that one a few times.
He talks
Although
about
my child is just like me because we go into on his birthday trip. First of all, he walks into Epcot, and my favorite thing, he walks in and he just takes this big sigh and goes, "Oh, I feel like I'm at home." And I was like, "You are definitely my kid." But then he looks because we didn't take my husband with us. We call him the fun sucker because he's just not a Disney person at all. So he chose not to come on the birthday trip with us this year. And he looks, and we get to the first ride we had to go on was Figment because Spaceship Earth was down this year for his birthday. And he goes, "Mom." I go, "What?" He goes, "Dad's not with us. We can go on it more than once." So we did. We had a lightning lane for Figment, and then there was like a 5 minute wait. So we did our lightning lane. We met Figment. We played in the Image Works for a little bit, and then we got out and went right back on it again. He was so excited that he got to ride Figment twice in a row because Dad was not there to say we already did it. So yeah, no, that was my child's favorite. It's like his second favorite Epcot ride after, of course, Spaceship Earth, his favorite.
It's a
But
good
yes,
thing.
that's for some reason it just, yeah. I can recite the whole ride because
It's
it's
kind of a
child's favorite too.
yeah. Well, whenever your kids like those attractions and rides that usually have small or no waits, that's
Yes, that's the best.
yeah. That I know we one time, I think it's my daughter's first visit to Walt Disney World. That we went on the boat ride in Mexico, the Grand Fiesta Tour with the three caballeros. And we go on
Yes.
and she's like, let's do it again. We rode that thing 3 times in a row. People were like, you're doing it again? It's like, yeah, we're doing it again. This past trip though, we were on Star Tours. They had like a 5 minute wait. We
That
went on, we
always
walked
is.
on, we rode that thing like 10 times. So I was not complaining though. I was like, yes, we raised her well. But anyway, back to the attraction. That after Figment interrupts with the telephone call, he talks about getting a new train of thought, and then there's your train sound that comes back in.
Yeah.
Then you see a computer room with a sign that says "No tennis shoes allowed," and you see like this pair of Chuck Taylor high tops sitting outside the door, and there's a
Yep.
spotlight on them. And then there's also a Medfield
Medfield
College,
College.
yeah, the
Yep.
Letterman's jacket that's hanging there. So there's your homage to Kurt Russell and the whole Dean Higgins thing and old Disney movies,
Yep.
which I want. It didn't have Kurt Russell. It had the well, the middle kid from Swiss Family Robinson, the Shaggy
Oh,
dog. I think
yes.
Fred McMurray's in that too. So there's
I
another
don't
guy who was
remember
in a
his
lot of
name,
Disney
but
movies.
yeah, that same. He was in like a ton of Disney movies as a kid.
Even him and the older brother and the girl were in like Third Man on the Mountain,
Yep.
which
Which is an
inspired
old one.
yeah, inspired Walt to bring the Matterhorn to Disneyland.
Yes.
But Babes in Toyland, I think he was in that. Or no, was he in that? No, I don't think it was another guy who looks like him though.
No, it was a different one.
But yeah, all those old Disney movies that
Hmm.
they're on. A lot of them are on Disney Plus, and
Yes.
watch them. It takes you back of. I remember this when it was on The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday
Right?
nights. The later version, not the original one that Walt Disney hosted. Okay, I'm not that
Right.
old. So after sound, you go to sight,
Hmm.
and then Figment appears on this eye chart and grabs letters and spells out Figment, and then does a sing along.
Figment. Sorry.
You want to finish the little rhyme that he does?
Yes.
So and then they sing along to One Little Spark. So if you don't know the words, just follow the bouncing ball or is it bouncing figment? Something bounces along. And then this is where you see the butterfly that disappears from the cage. So they took the same setup that they did before and they just flip-flopped it. Instead of the butterfly appearing, it disappears this time. And if you look closely here, we're going to spoil something for you. So if you don't want to hear the spoiler of how they do it, close your ears for about 10 seconds.
Right.
There's mirrors and it's the little bird. So it's a butterfly on a little like bird cage, little swing, little wooden bar thing, whatever. And it's cut in half, and there's a mirror there. And on the one side, just half of it, but you see the mirror reflection. Then when you get to the
Hmm.
other side, it's another mirror with it empty. And so, but it's a neat effect. So a lot of little visual effects, like the sun on It's a Small World, how it's just like a thing in the back rotating, and how it looks pretty.
Yeah.
And the Pepper's Ghost is used all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's a common,
Yeah, that's an old one too.
an old one.
Then you go to smell,
Smell.
where you can win, quote unquote, 1 cent.
Yeah.
Figment's there as a skunk. And it was funny that my
Oh,
daughter, of course, has been on this several times.
we know that's coming up. Yeah.
That she was telling the people in line of, don't, it gets really stinky. And it just so happened that the guy who was like, with his family in front of us, he had no sense of smell. He's like, won't bother me. And of course, that just intrigued my daughter. She's like, really? It's like, so you can't smell like the cookies, or you can't smell when someone farts, or you can, and just asking us again and again, all this stuff. So of course, my wife was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And when we got to this one, she's like, is just doing normally. Me and my daughter, we held our breath. And my wife goes, Oh God, that's horrible. Like we warned
Although we
you.
like this room because it's, all the little pipes are like few and far between. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah, that um I did not write down a bunch of them, but I paid close attention to all these little things. And there's like rose and lavender and then the skunk smell and there's a lot of neat little puns with the words that are on the pipes.
right. That's the fun part. I like all the little tiny things and details, and they're cute.
And that's what, as an adult, making this a lot more rideable, well, repeat rideability that you have
Repeatable.
something to
Yeah.
look for. Yeah, I have to make my list of the ones there. I had it, made a mental note of it and then forgot.
Right.
My mind is like a steel trap, just rusted. So then Nigel decides to end the tour and skip the touch and taste labs. So, which
That could go very
that could go very bad,
sideways.
yeah. So Figment takes guests to an open house. And this is the house is upside down and things get a bit crazy there. So they
Yes.
reuse the upside down house thing with the
Yes.
gravity.
Which is adorable. I mean, my child loves the fact that like Figment's in a bath, and it's just cute. And like there's Figment pigment. Like there's so many cute little things that you see. It's so funny.
And the way that the kitchen or the dining room
Kitchen
table
and the
set,
dining room
yeah.
table set. There's a hidden Mickey on there. Like we've seen so many, we've caught so many little things in there. It's just so cute.
And of course, I don't know if this was me who pointed out or my daughter, but the toilet is also hanging upside down. I was like, be careful going under the toilet. So,
Yes. And then he loves the fact that in the water cooler there's a goldfish.
oh yeah. So every little stereotypical sight gag that you can get
Right.
is pretty much there. But then in the end, it's a redeeming story that Nigel learns to appreciate imagination. And you see uh, Channing and Figment who are singing One Little Spark, and you see different figments in the clouds doing all these different things. So this is a throwback to the original whenever Figment's on the different screens being the different characters that you see the little Figment puppet or, statues, whatever, that are there
Mhm.
being different occupations.
Yes.
And this is kind of like the throwback to the reveal with the dream catcher,
Yes.
catching the different dreams into the, vacuum cleaner thing, vacuum cleaner balloon. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you see Nigel as the man in the moon, which my
Very
daughters thought
creepy
was the
man in the moon.
funniest thing. Yeah, very creepy. Yeah, my daughter thought it was funny. Like, look, the guy's in the moon.
And then Figment's on the Saturn planet,
Yeah.
I suppose, as an astronaut. So kind of, yeah, it does throw it back.
So whenever you get done, always exit through the gift shop. Although the image
Always.
works, this is definitely a great thing for young kids, even
It's
not
fun
so
for
young
adults
kids.
too. Come
Yeah,
on.
depends on how much your inner kid wants to play. But they still have the stepping tones.
Yes.
So with their picture panels instead of just the colors, it has
Yeah.
the instruments that you're gonna make. They're for the
Yeah.
noise that you're gonna make, and so you can jump on those and you hear the different sounds. And then there's Figment's melody maker that will cause Figment to play the instrument to the tune of One Little Spark, and it changes pitch by moving your hands up and down. It's similar to
Yeah.
what's called a theremin or a theremin thing that
Yeah. Don't ask me the pronunciation of
it's kind of like an L-shaped
that.
thing or a U-shaped thing, and you put your hand in the middle, and depending on where your hand is, it makes different
Sounds.
sounds and noises. Yeah, it's like a weird electronic type thing.
Yeah.
Only problem with this is there's only two of them, and there's always a line.
There's always a line.
So add more, Disney.
Yes.
Then you can create your own Figment.
Yes.
You get
We've
your
done that. We have
design,
thousands of them.
and then email it to either yourself or
Hmm.
somebody else. Which I don't know if my email went through. I don't remember getting it. Oh, I feel so deflated now. I don't have my
No.
extra Figment. My other extra Figment. Yeah, we've done this so many times. And my daughter was building one and then the other girl was waiting and she's like, "Do you want to finish mine?" And so she was being
Right.
very nice. So that was a good thing. Then there's also a Simon game that has like this repeating
Yeah.
pattern, memory game thing where you have to touch them in order.
Yeah. So I think they took like the stepping tones from before and kind of split it into two things. Because like the original stepping tones was colors that created the sounds. And now where they have the stepping tones, it's like picture panels of instruments. And then the Simon on the wall is the colors
Hmm.
that repeat the pattern. We've tried so hard. Oh my God. We were down there one time. I think it was Henry's birthday. We got like a whole group of people. We had the pattern going for like 30 sounds. It was hysterical. It was so much fun.
And that's neat whenever you can get the like a group of people in and it's like
Uh-huh.
a community experience. So there's also the color wall that you can change these color discs by turning them. And we've done different patterns and tried to spell out words and doing it that way too. But then, once you get so far, then another little kid comes and starts spinning it. And you kind of want to yell like, no, wait. But it's like, yeah, it's a little kid. Okay. No more
Yeah.
grumpy old man. And then you can also meet characters. You can meet Figment and Joy from
Yes.
Inside Out.
Yeah, I haven't seen Joy there very often though anymore, but I think it's because that movie is not as new. But I mean,
Hmm.
Figment, every time I go, there's a line. Like he is Mr. Popularity over there. So,
Yeah, there's
and that was Henry's thing on his birthday. We were in Epcot for his birthday. He had already met Figment 5 days before because Epcot was our first park on his birthday trip. And he's like, I am meeting Figment. It is my birthday. I'm going to do what I want. You can't tell me otherwise. Like, we had to wait in line for 30
yep.
minutes to meet Figment again. And that was it. He told Figment it was his birthday. And Figment made the whole line sing happy birthday to him. It was so cute.
That's awesome.
That was amazing. It was really fun.
That's a birthday you won't forget.
No, we've had some great magic memories at Disney with Henry. He has really good Disney luck.
And with that, Amanda's coming on for a future episode where we talk about
All
magical
the
experiences
fun
at
magical
Disney.
experiences. I've got a giant list. Yes.
So, and then if you are a DVC member, they have a
Yes.
member lounge in the pyramid. It's called the Imaginatrium.
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. It's actually really nice up there. It's
Yeah.
cool because you can see out like that where one of the glass pyramids is on top. That's where it is. So you can see out into Epcot. It's a little it's not fully clear glass. It's kind of that like
It's a little bit frosted, yeah.
frosted, but you can see like out into Epcot. So it's really a cool view.
Plus you have like the like little pyramid structure, like
Hmm.
triangle things in there. I don't know how much it's for decoration versus structural integrity, but that kind of
Yeah.
blocks your view a bit. So getting pictures taken out of it, they're always a little bit obscured.
Yeah.
But it's pretty neat to see Spaceship Earth and all the way over to Test Track. And
Yeah. It's cool up there.
yeah, there's like a little drink station. You can get free drinks and there's some snacks. And there's a little model of, I think it's the um, new DVC hotel at the Disneyland Hotel, the addition to
Yes.
that they have there. And you can get little buttons that have, your if you're a DVC member, you can then write the year that you joined,
Yep. They
and
do all sorts of fun stuff in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little area to sit. So basically, it's a nice air conditioned area to get something to drink, take a load off, just
Hmm.
relax. Um, I know my daughter had a great time that we were at our hotel on the first day when we checked in, and she met some kids and was playing in the pool with them. And then when we go here the next day, they just happened to be sitting um in the lounge. And so she was sitting and didn't want to leave. It's like, there's more things we can go ride. It's like,
Right.
oh, yeah. All right, I'll see you later. So we finally convinced her to leave.
Yeah.
All right, now the big question, as if we didn't know the answer already. Which one do
Right.
you prefer?
The original.
Of course.
I just think it was so much more innovative. I mean, I like the the image like Institute and how they've brought some of the older movies, but I really think it needs an update. It really needs a refresh. And I think they should bring Dreamfinder back. Like that story has been lost because there is no Dreamfinder. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like they explain it away in the Imagination Institute that he's one of the discoveries in the Institute, but like Dreamfinder was the original story. You gotta keep those stories alive, you know?
Yeah, it changing the backstory.
hmm I don't like changing the backstory. Like keep the story.
Yeah.
It's the whole point.
And now, right next door to that
Mm,
is the Magic Eye Theater,
yes.
which the original resident of that was Captain EO. This
Oh, which was
opened,
so cool.
yeah, September 12th, 1986, closed on July 6th, 1994. Now, it did return from July 2nd, 2010 to December 5th, 2015.
hmm
It was also at Disneyland from September 18th, 1986 to April 6th, 1997, and then from February 23rd to of 2010 until sometime in 2014.
hmm
And I actually got to see it. My first trip to Disneyland was 2013. So I was out there during that run, and I found the theater was like, Captain EO, it's here. And so, yeah.
It's really cool. It was so cool to see it.
And I was actually in Disney World July of 2010 too, that my
hmm
sister went down with her family and her kids. And so I went down with my parents as well. So it was like a big family trip. And so I got to see it then. And then 2012 and several
hmm
times after that too. So, but yeah, that stars Michael Jackson,
Yep.
who was the king of pop. Like
Oh yeah.
1986, it did not get any bigger than that.
No, like it was, and Michael Jackson was known for like his music videos. Like, I mean, Thriller. Who doesn't know Thriller? Like, music videos were a production. Like, it was crazy back then.
Thriller, Bad. Oh yeah, they
Oh,
were.
yeah.
And then how about this for names of names,
hmm
both then and just in history? Directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep.
Executive producer was George Lucas.
Yep.
It was a co-production between Walt Disney Studios and Lucasfilm.
Before they
Like
owned
it,
Lucasfilm.
I would say, yeah, in the 1980s, things do not get bigger than this.
Yeah, it was insane. This was like, and it was meant for Disney, like to be in that theater. Like, that's what it was for.
Oh yeah. You
It
know,
was so cool.
it had a runtime of 17 minutes, 43 seconds.
hmm
That we'll not say too much about Michael Jackson with controversial stuff, but he was a big
He was
he was
huge.
a
He was
Disney
a
kid. Yeah,
huge star.
yeah,
Yeah.
a huge star, and he also loved Disney. So
Yeah.
it it probably was as big a thrill for him as it was for everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then even the names in the, I guess we'll call it a movie, the production. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so the premise of this is Captain EO and his ragtag crew deliver a message to a witch who's called the Supreme Leader. This is played by Angelica Houston, who was Morticia Adams in the Adams Family Values movie.
hmm
And it's kind of scary that she like hangs from the ceiling with these cables attached to her, and they visit this rotting world that's filled with all these twisted metal and steaming vents and
Yep.
stuff like that. That as a little kid, that it can be kind of creepy. She was almost the Supreme Leader is almost like this Spider Woman type thing
Yeah.
with all those cables coming out of her. And so Captain EO's crew has Fuzzball, which is this small flying cat-like creature. There's, I guess, Idionaughty, IDY
hmm
and ODY. That's this two-headed navigator pilot thing.
Yep.
There's Major Domo and Minor Domo, which that's a great play on
Yep.
some words there. That the Major Domo is a security robot, and then Minor Domo is this smaller robot that fits into the back of Major Domo.
Yep.
There's Hooter, that's this clumsy elephant-like creature who looks a lot
He's
like
so
Max.
cute.
It's Max Rebo from the Empire, or excuse me, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That it was in Jabba's palace. Who the blue elephant thing that plays the keyboard.
Yeah, kind of.
So again, it was Lucasfilm. They were reusing things. This was 3 years later from whenever Return of the Jedi came out.
Yeah, so they were kind of reusing things from,
And
yeah,
that's another thing
very
that
similar.
even the security droid in Star Tours was one of the America Sings
Yes.
robots. It has like the three-toed feet. It was like bird, and
Yep.
from the other one.
And he
Yeah,
got
they
repurposed. Yeah.
exactly. So Captain EO and his crew are captured, and they offer to make the Supreme Leader beautiful.
Yes.
And then Major Domo transforms into various instruments. And
Hmm.
here's some kind of cheesy
They're
1980s
very cheap. It's a little
yeah,
cheesy. Yeah, they turn
stop
into,
action animation. It was cool at the time, though. Trust me.
yeah.
So Hooter plays the keyboard. Iddy and Audie play the drums. Fuzzball plays this guitar-like instrument,
Yeah.
and they sing a song called "We Are Here to Change the World." So this is like coming on the oh, what was the song? "We Are the World." Called
Yeah.
different celebrities came together to raise money. Was that for UNICEF or
For
whatever that was
AIDS, I
for?
think.
Yeah, AIDS
Right?
thing.
Yeah.
And so they used magic to change the guards into dancers in these colorful costumes.
Hmm.
And it was a typical 1980s Michael Jackson song and
Yep.
choreography. He uses the
The
moonwalks in there.
moonwalk.
So, and then the Supreme Leader becomes a beautiful woman, which she's Angelica Houston. So, all right,
I mean, come on.
yeah. And it colorizes and renews the planet, and it ends with "Another Part of Me." It's another song.
Yes.
On then it changed, replaced by Honey I Shrunk the Audience, which
Yep.
opened on November 21st, 1994, closed May 9th, 2010. This was also at Disneyland from May 22nd, 1998 to January 4th, 2010.
Yes.
Runtime was 17 minutes, so very similar. This is, I think, one of the first 4D movies
Yeah.
that I think Muppets opened earlier than this, but this one got a little bit more into it with the 4D
Yeah. And
that
this is
you,
like the popularity of the theaters where, oh God, I hated this stuff where like things run under your seat and they splash you with water and they do all that crap.
yeah,
But
kind of in
it,
Animal Kingdom,
it's a bug's life. Yuck.
yeah, which is
So
gone
glad that
now.
thing's gone.
Now Zootopia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Better Is You Together.
Right.
So you go into the Imagination Institute Theater for the Inventor of the Year ceremony, in which Wayne
Yes.
Zelinsky is going to receive an award for his shrinking machine. And again, this is pulling on the popularity of the Honey I Shrunk the Kids movies.
Yeah.
The audience wears 3D glasses that are safety goggles,
Mm-hmm.
and then Wayne Zelinsky comes with he's miniaturized on this hover pod,
Mm-hmm.
and then he drops the controller and then flies off the stage. So of course, the Rick Moranis physical comedy stuff of, can never do anything right. By the
Typical.
way, he's great in Ghostbusters, my favorite movie.
I love that. That was those were some of my favorite movies.
Also him in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my, that is one of my favorite movies. I
So,
love Little Shop of Horrors.
but then Nigel Channing is the chairman of the institute. He introduces Wayne,
Yep.
who returns on his hover pod but crashes into the Inventor of the Year sign that leads just nerd highlighted.
Yep. Typical.
Then Diane Zelinsky, who's his wife, is introduced, and she goes off to find Wayne and takes their dog Quark with them.
Yep.
And then their sons, Nick and Adam, are introduced. Nick demonstrates the dimensional duplicator, and so Nick's the older boy, Adam's the younger one.
Yep.
Adam puts a mouse named Photon into it, and then you
Ooh,
get hundreds of mice that run past the audience. And this is where you could feel the mice
the
running past your
mice.
legs,
Ooh.
little air vents that went back and forth.
Yep.
And I remember the first time doing that. I was with my sisters, and let's see, this opened 94. So yeah, we were there around that time. Let's see. No, it would have been our next trip because we were there earlier in 94, I believe. Or no, did we go in 90? We went in 95. So it was right after this
Yeah.
opened. So I was 15. My older sister would have been about 17. And then my younger sisters were about 10, 11 years old. And so whenever the mice go by, it was screams from
Oh yeah.
from them. And then Nick uses a hollow pet generator to create a cat to scare the mice. And then the cat turns into a lie, and of course, there's your 3D effects of things coming out
Yep.
at
The
you.
3D stuff coming at you.
Wayne Zelinsky returns and uses the shrinking machine to get
Yep.
back to normal size, or well, growing machine, I guess, in this case.
Yeah.
He tries to demonstrate how to shrink luggage to make travel easier. That
Uh-huh.
would be nice with the, baggage. No more checking luggage.
No more checking luggage. That would be fun.
But he ends up shrinking Nick and the audience.
Yep.
The machine blows a fuse, so Wayne Zelinsky has to leave to go get a new one. Then the floor shakes as the wife Diane walks
Yep.
to the audience. And this is, the whole 4D thing where you're actually feeling um,
The floor move.
yeah,
Yeah.
the floor move and everything. And they kept that around for whenever they brought back Captain EO. You
Yes,
could
because
feel,
as he danced, the floor moved.
and
I
like
remember that. Yeah.
whenever the spaceship is landing and things like that, you
Mm-hmm.
could feel the rumble of it. So, but then she faints after seeing Nick
Nick.
miniaturized.
Yep.
The younger son, Adam, takes a picture of the audience and then picks up the theater. So you get the big flash with his, I think, Polaroid camera,
Yeah,
probably.
it was a Polaroid.
So, kids, back in the day, uh,
Although it's becoming popular again.
yeah, they brought back some newer versions of it. I remember I
I
think
had
my
an old one,
niece
yeah.
got one, yeah, a couple years ago. So
I still
then
have my film camera, so yeah, I'm old. It's fine.
I
I've
might have
embraced
one
my
sitting
age.
around somewhere. Yeah, I have the digital one just because I can take as many pictures as I want
Yeah, I
and
do. I have a digital
not have to
one,
worry about
but
it.
there's a film.
Yeah.
I have film. Hmm.
Then Diane and Nigel come to get Adam and make him put it back, put the audio or the theater back. And
Yep.
then Gigabyte, who's Nick's snake, almost eats the audience,
That's
but
right.
Clark scares him away. That was another one where there were a whole lot
Yeah, screams.
of screams whenever the snake jumps out at you. Then Wayne finally gets the audience back to normal
Yep.
size, but then he starts to give his acceptance speech, but then Nick interrupts him, and this huge quark comes on the stage. So
That's
big
right. The
dog,
dog is huge. Yeah, and then you get the water spray
yeah,
because he sneezes.
dog sneezes on the audience, and you get spritzed with the water from the front, which they've used that in the Tough to Be a Bug
Ugh, I
show.
hated
Whenever
Tough
the
to Be a Bug. Yep.
what was it, the bug that sprays acid on you.
Yep.
Although I really did not like the little pokey things that hit you in the butt on that one. Whenever
Uh-huh.
the smaller members exit first.
Yeah.
So, and then all this was replaced on December 23rd, 2015 by the Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival.
Yes, which is the current offering.
Yeah, they have 40 movies, runtime of 18 minutes, so about 6 minutes for each of these little shorts.
Yeah.
And the there's displays that show how the cartoons are made too. And some of these ones you can find on, I don't know if it's Disney Plus or um, online somewhere else. Because I remember
I
seeing a
think they're on
couple
Disney
of,
Plus.
that's
Yeah.
probably where I saw them. I know I saw that we went this last time and there was the one with the little bird that learns to get the clams by looking under the water whenever
Yep.
from the hermit crab.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've
It's
seen that
cute.
one before.
I've seen that one on Disney Plus too. Yeah, they're cute.
And so, yeah, I like this better than the little film festival that is in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
just
this
not a
one better.
I'm not a big fan of that newer style
Uh-uh.
of animation like it's on Mickey and
No.
Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Ugh.
It reminds me it's way too much South Park-esque.
It's not, I don't like it. It's too, I don't know. I don't,
It's a little bit too tacky,
yeah.
makes it look chintzy, and it's way too frenetic.
Yeah.
They're spazzing out all over the place, and I get
I
anxiety
don't
just
like
like,
it.
all right,
Yeah.
can you calm down? You're making me nervous.
Right.
So, of those, do you have a favorite
I
of
love
the
Captain
shows?
EO.
Yeah, we're going originals. Although the newest one isn't bad, and even the Honey I Shrunk the Audience was it was creative.
They're creative. And I also remember at Hollywood Studios back when it was MGM, they had the Play Place too that was based off Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I vaguely remember that too.
Yeah, I
That was
remember
fun.
the giant hose that dripped water that,
And they had the big ants and you could slide down the, was it like a bamboo from the bamboo forest from the movie where they were
yeah,
little, or the grass or
or
something.
yeah, blade of grass, and there was a big
Hmm.
spider web you could climb
The
on.
spider web you could climb. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool.
I remember going there one time, and it was one of those summer rainy days in
Yeah,
Florida, and so we had our ponchos, and of course, it rained, and everyone, park emptied out decently, but we stuck around because we were on vacation.
we
We were gonna
always
have fun,
do.
whether we like it or not. Um, and we went to there, and we were wet a bit already, but then I remember just standing under that dripping hose and letting it come down and just smack me in the forehead, and I was so soaking wet. I was 12, 15 years old at the time, but yeah, it's like, yeah, have a good time getting wet. I'm already wet. Let's
Right.
get more wet.
Right. It's the best time to go on a safari at Animal Kingdom too. It's when it's raining.
Yep, it's a little bit cooler. Oh, we're
Oh, your hamster's back.
okay. Yeah. Oh, the hamster's trying to get out of the box.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we take him upstairs. So yeah, we got hamsters the other day, but the hamster we got was a little bit of an older hamster, and I think it was sick. Wouldn't eat, wasn't very active, and so we had to bury the hamster after we went to hamster heaven this morning. So now we have new hamsters, or a new hamster, singular.
Yeah, please be one. Or
Well, they
else you'll
said
have baby hamsters.
they were all female at the pet store.
That's what
So
they
they're,
say.
although, I've seen Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
to quote Ian Malcolm, life
Life will find a way.
finds a way. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't think they used frog DNA to make these hamsters though, so
I
we're
hope
not gonna have
not.
to worry about that. If they start catching flies with their tongues, then I'm gonna, be suspicious.
Right?
So, Amanda, do you have a travel tip?
Uh, don't rush through the things after the rides, especially in Epcot, because there's play places and something. There's always something. Epcot is designed to teach you something.
Well, was designed.
Well,
Now
it
it
was.
still maintains some of that.
Yeah. But like the exhibits and the things like after the Imagination Pavilion are I have so much fun. I'm a grown child, but like even the play place in Mission Space is one of my favorite play places for kids. There's stuff in every exhibit and every ride. There's fun stuff.
And the nice thing about the image works in the Imagination Pavilion, which again, it's amazing for kids and even
Mhm.
not so kids, and the one in Mission Space, they are indoors and
And
climate
air
controlled.
conditioned and climate controlled. Yeah.
Although there's also the dancing waters outside of
I
the
love the
Imagination.
dancing waters.
Oh, that
Yes.
is still my favorite thing. That
And the
also one.
fact that the waterfall flows up.
Oh, that even from the first time I saw that when I was probably about 8 years old
Hmm.
on our second. So first trip to Disney was right before Epcot opened. It was September of 1982. And then we went like in 88. And I remember seeing that and then the pop-up waters, I guess the
Hmm.
mushroom things that kind of looks like that,
Yeah.
toadstool, and then the other ones that jump over. I remember a couple of trips of standing there and trying to stop the water from going into the next one. So I put my hand up and just let it hit my hand and learning the hard way that, oh, when you stop the water, it splashes all over the rest of you. So, although it was summer and it was hot, so it actually felt
Right.
kind of good. But yeah, I then was thinking, oh, what? I stopped the water from going there. Is it going to not jump anymore? So don't worry, it still does.
Right.
And yeah, that's a lot of fun. Um, there's also the water thing outside of Mission Space.
Yes.
There's also another outdoor playground that's right by there,
Hmm.
by where it's the backside of the big shopping area.
Backside of water. No.
Exactly. Eighth wonder of the world. But yeah, it's right by where it's right next to the
The
bathrooms too.
connections. Yeah.
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 Yeah, the Connections shop.
Shop.
The Connections Cafe, Connections Eatery. This is
Yeah.
the Connections shop.
Shop.
But yeah, just, you could spend
You
most
could
of a
spend
day,
most of the day.
yeah, doing all these hands-on exhibits or with
Hmm.
the kids climbing around in the mission space thing. I kind of like the image works better because there's more to do that the mission space thing is a big climbing thing, so kids are going to love that, but adults they have some interactive other things there like video games and type things
Yeah.
that last time we were there my daughter wanted to do it after we rode mission space, which we rode like twice in a row. We did the
Hmm.
orange one wasn't that my she was tall enough to do the orange, so it was her first time on that one. And
Oof,
then we
no,
went and
thank
did
you.
the green just because there was a no wait for it.
There never is. People hate
Yeah.
it.
It's I don't mind it.
I don't like it, but that's just me.
The green or the orange? You don't like the green one?
I don't like the green one. Nope. I'm not a thrill ride girl. I just not my thing.
So yeah, I actually
I
now
am
thinking
not going
back,
to space. I'm good.
yeah, my daughter initially wanted to go and play after we got done, and we convinced her, oh, don't, we'll be back. I don't think we ever went back. So that wasn't a lie. We had all intents and purposes of coming back.
Right.
So
That is the best play place in Epcot, though. I love that play place.
yeah, so if you have youngsters, allow some time to play around there. Do not miss it. Even if you don't have youngsters, at least allow a little bit of time to walk around and appreciate and watch the little kids jump around. And, you know, you can be a little kid then too and jump on the little things to make different noises and the different sounds of the instruments. So it's definitely worth visiting. And even in the Imagination gift shop, they have some pretty neat things too. I don't know if they still have it, but there was one that was like this like a glass like prism thing that had a figment on the like a holographic figment on the
Yes.
inside
Yep.
that I need to get one of those.
Hmm.
I finally on this one got one of the little Tower of Terror bells.
Oh, I love those.
I told we made a special trip back there. Um,
Just to get a bell. Yeah.
although we went back and did the villain show, which is
That was a really
that's
cute show.
so great. It is really good, very interactive, a lot of energy, gets the audience involved.
Uh-huh.
So that was a lot of fun, and it's different each time.
Yeah. Who
And then
won
since
for your villain show?
Captain Hook.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Captain Hook, Cruella DeVille, and
Maleficent was ours.
Maleficent.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
had Cruella one.
I was voting for Maleficent.
Yeah, we voted for Maleficent.
So yeah, we were back that area, so we made the little side trip, and I got my bell, and my
Yeah.
daughter got candy, which made her happy.
And that Joffrey station back there is one of my favorite coffee stations too in Hollywood
Hmm.
Studios. I like that Joffrey station.
Yeah, it took
Because
some
there's nobody
convincing.
there.
Yeah, it's a little bit out of the way, so the only people who
Hmm.
normally go back there are if you're waiting in line for Phantasmic, or if you're riding or waiting for someone else to ride Tower of Terror.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, we made our little thing. I was like, "Do you really need that? What are you gonna do with it?" Like, I don't need it. Well, yes, I do need it. It's
Right?
completes the house. It's like, was it the Big Lebowski? The floor ties the room together. The rug ties
Ties
the
the
room
room
together.
together.
It's a want and a need with that little bell.
Right.
Who is it who says, if you pick something up, if it doesn't spark joy, get rid of it? This sparks
This
joy in
sparks
me just looking
joy.
at it. I don't have to pick it up, just looking at it.
That's like I had to get from my sticker place. I now have a Figment sticker.
Yay.
And the book says how to write catchy songs. Well, that was
Very nice.
appropriate for this episode. It was my Figment sticker. I haven't put it in my sticker book yet.
Oh, and we also did the passport with all the countries.
Oh, isn't that a good one? I told you about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That
extra. Yeah.
we made a stop in Mexico to
Hmm.
ride the boat ride there, and there was a line of people getting them. And my daughter, of course, went, "What's this?" And
Yep.
so we bought the passport and made all the stops going around, and
Hmm.
um, the interaction with the cast members for that is great. We'll talk about this more whenever we do our World Showcase episode, but
Yeah.
that I
Good
highly
time with
recommend
that.
it. Even if you don't have kids, just doing it to
Mhm.
interact with people from different cultures and talk to them. And
Yeah.
it's an elaborate thing that they do some drawing and they talk to you and everything. Although it's funny that United Kingdom people, they had the wrong date on their stamp. They stamp of date of entry
Yes.
that
Even though it's backwards for us.
oh no, it was the wrong date, period.
Oh.
This was January 5th that we were there, and I was, they of course this was United Kingdom was almost the last stop because we
Mm.
started in Mexico, and they do, and I looked and I was like, wait, the 6th? Were the other ones? No, today's the 5th. And I told her, I was like, your date's wrong. And she's like, it is? Oh my gosh. And they've been stamping it wrong all
Oh
day.
no.
It's like, do you need to fix it? Like, no, it's like one of those Doctor Who things, right? Like we're in the future coming back. And so we spun it off really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting. So anyway, if you have a destination or an experience that you'd like to have us discuss on the Where Yinz Goin podcast, or if you'd like to share your favorite place to visit or have a travel tip, feel free to contact me. I'd love to hear your feedback and ideas. Amanda, how can people get a hold of you?
I am on both Facebook and Instagram at Dreams by Design Travel with Amanda, or I can be reached by email directly, Amanda at dreamsbydesigntravel.com.
Here at the podcast, we're on Facebook and X at Where Yinz Goin, Yinz Y-I-N-Z, Goin G-O-I-N with the apostrophe, then a question mark. All this information will be in the episode description. So if you want to contact us to book a trip or have any questions, you know how to find us. You don't have to worry about writing it down. Although I think by now you have Amanda's information
At this
known by
point,
heart.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be in your contacts on your phone by now. So thank you again, Amanda. We'll be back again to talk about something, I'm
I'm
sure.
sure.
So
You can't get rid of me.
everyone else, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend if you like what you heard. Sorry, because you liked what you heard. There's no if about
Yeah,
that. You
there's no
had
if
to
about
like
it.
it.
You liked
Let
it.
other people know. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
So please join us next time. We're heading out in that. We'll see you later.
Bye.